Hey guys, what's up? I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching this video. And today we're going to be talking about Pose Season 3, Episode 4. But first, like this video if you like it. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about this episode. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And with that being said, let's get right to it. This episode was a sad one. It was all about Pray Tell. And I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for this at all. We see him at the doctor with Blanca and Judy, and the doctor tells him that his age is now cancer and he has only 6 months to live. The doctor was real smug about it too. He didn't care. He had no feelings about it at all. And that made me want to jump through the TV screen and let the doctor know how my hands feel. I want him to tell me how that feels. So after he leaves the doctor, he's telling Blanca and Judy that he just has to go tell everybody that he loves them and how much he cares about them. So we see him going to his mama's house. When he gets there, his mama is happy to see him, and at his mama's house is his 2 aunties. Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince, Janet Hubert, and Lisa from Sister Sister, Jackée Harry. His mom was Dee from the Wayans Brothers, Anna Maria Horsford. And I thought that was so iconic. I was so happy to see that. I was not expecting it. So they're all sitting around the table, and that's when he tells them that he's been HIV positive for 6 years and he now has AIDS and he's going to die soon. His mama couldn't take it. She just got up and left. Then his auntie, who's Aunt Viv, I'm just call her Aunt Viv because I don't know her name in the show. She is legendary, but she was saying some unlegendary things, and I wanted to slap her through the TV. Just a whole bunch of BS, and was telling Pray Tell that this was his choice. And then she started attacking Auntie Jackée, talking about you had a child out of wedlock with a married man. Then after that back and forth of BS, Pray Tell tells them if it wasn't for them and the church, that he probably wouldn't even have this disease in the first place. He had to leave and get out of there because that's where all the trouble started, all of the drinking and drugs and one-night stands. And Auntie Jackée was, very sympathetic. She was so sorry, And then Auntie Viv, she was, sorry too. She was like, I love you. But she didn't seem as sympathetic as Auntie Jackée. We also found out that one of the reasons why he had to hurry up and get up out of there is because his mama's husband was molesting him. And she knew and she didn't do anything about it. So later on she did apologize to him and tell him that she was sorry about it, and he ended up, accepting her apology. She told him that she knows that she did wrong by him and that she has a beautiful, headstrong, talented boy. And asked him what was his God like. And he said that his God was kind, loving, and forgiving. She asked him to go to church with her before he left. And at first he was like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. And then, he gave in. He went to church, got called up there on the stage, and he sung and he tore that shit up. He had everybody on their feet, and shit, I almost got up too. Growing up, Pray Tell was always the best singer in church. We see him hanging out with this boy in church. He was in the choir too. And the boy tells Pray Tell that he's his favorite singer, and then they kiss. And his mom saw them kissing. This is when they was like boys, like maybe, 12. And the boy he was kissing is now the pastor at the same church, Pastor Vernon. He married a woman and had some kids. The woman he married was Pray Tell's friend in school. Her name was Ebony. And when Pray Tell went over their house one night for dinner, Ebony ends up telling Pray Tell that the reason why their kids is 5 years apart is because Vernon wouldn't touch her for 5 years. Like, he wouldn't have sex with her at all. And she was trying to get advice from Pray Tell to ask him, how can she make her husband want to have sex with her? And he was like, he's gay. Like, you can't. And she wasn't trying to hear that at all. So when Vernon got back at the house, he asked Pray Tell to go take a walk with him because Vernon had to go step out because a lady from the church was about to die, so he had to go say goodbye to her. So when he got back, he was like, you want to go take a walk with me? And on that walk, he's telling Pray Tell that he's the love of his life. He's always wanted him, and that he's going to go back home with him. Pray Tell's like, I only have 6 months to live. You can't leave your wife and your kids for me when I only have 6 months. And that's when Vernon's like, you asked me what I always wanted, and this is what I always want. And I'm going to go with you. And then they kiss, and that was awesome BS because when it was time for Pray Tell to leave, Vernon was nowhere to be seen. He was nowhere in sight. He's still out here playing games at that age. All shade. Also, before Pray Tell left, we see him having lunch with his auntie Jackie. He was telling her that he forgave his mom, and she's like, do you forgive me? She was like, I always knew what was going on with you when you were younger, and I never protected you. So when times get tougher for you back home, I'll be right there so you can feel your family with you. And I know you have your own family back home, but since they're not technically blood, they won't be able to choose anything for you. So she gave him some law of attorney papers to sign so that she can make sure that whatever he wants, whatever his dying wish is, he'll get. She'll make sure that he gets it. He tells her that he just wants to die peacefully at home and that he wants to be cremated and to put his ashes inside of heart lockets so that everyone he loves can have a piece of him forever. And told her that some girl named Electra might think that she deserves one of them lockets, but tell her that she ain't getting nothing. He signed those papers and she was like, okay, you got it. So Auntie Jackie is going to make sure he's set. So after that, he makes it back home. He was having some like weird flashbacks a few times this episode of him seeing himself as a kid. And I was like, okay, a little strange, but okay. And you know, he's back home and we just see him having dinner with Electra, Blanca, Angel, and Poppy. And then, you know, it just goes off. I don't want anybody to die. I mean, even though it's the last season, I'm attached. And I don't want to see anybody go. I don't want to see the show go. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.